St. Joe, Texas. Got a little different deal today. We are pouring the foundation inside this house, which is ICF walls, styrofoam walls with cement poured inside them. But they poured those first. I don't know why. But anyway, they poured those first, and then we're pouring the slab inside it. And it also, here's something we don't see a whole lot of down here. You see it's starting to get more popular, but heated floors. The heated floor system is, they lay this hoses all out through the floor on them, and basically pump hot water through it, and it keeps the, it puts the heat out in the slab or whatever, which the heat rises through the house and it heats the whole house. With the ICF walls on it, ought to work pretty good. But anyway, we're going to start right here in this room. This looks like two bedrooms. They'll put a wall between here. We got a shower and a shower there. So 2 bedrooms and bathrooms here. I don't know. Anyway, they're going to start in here. And then there's a little bit of a patio back here, which I think we need to pour that, because it's really hard to get around the outside of the slab for me. I don't know, we can make it work. I don't want to have to go over the slab, but I mean, I don't want to have to move the boom over the slab before you drop concrete and spill on their freshly poured. But anyway, got that room there. I guess that's 2 rooms probably. And then I don't know what this is. And this looks like probably a kitchen or something at someplace. I don't know. Living room, kitchen, something, who knows. Anyway, just a little different deal today. We're pouring the floors inside the ICF walls, which I'm glad they didn't put the joists on yet, because that's always fun to try and get around.
So how does this floor work? They circulate warm water through it to heat it, or?
Yeah, they heat whole building. The heat radiates up into the room.
Well, you don't have to worry about walking across the floor to get cold feet, I guess.
That's crazy. They need to put the floor first on the walls.
Yeah.
This is where we did jobs in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm afraid to walk on this, touch this stuff.
Thank you. Easy job.
What's the matter for you, teacher?
got to take a picture of this because it just brings back good memories and bad memories.
You see this right here? You're gonna be on the internet anyway.
Oh yeah, we're taking pictures.
We'll have you on YouTube.
Oh, you got
Muddy feet.
It'll be on YouTube.
do what?
It'll be on YouTube.
Oh, that's good.
We have a YouTube channel.
Oh, that's good. That's good looking mud at 5.5.
These pumps operate a little different than they did in 1980.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was just telling my grandson out here, I sold those 3 pumps, and in fact, one of them went to Paul Nelson, and then Paul couldn't keep it busy, so I sold it for him, you know, and traded it to some people up in Kentucky, and that poor guy pulled that boom around, got into a high line, and he had that cord, you know, and it shorted out right on his chest.
Oh, good Lord.
Killed him deader than a wedge, you know, with that control. Yeah, and you know, they couldn't get anywhere close to where the mud coming out.
Yeah. That's what Bill stresses to me all the time. What do you say, 30 feet from the nearest power line?
Yeah, you don't want to get it. It's we had 3 of them, and we got into the power lines. We got into power lines once that I think the guys got. I mean, the fire was shooting out the hose.
Really? Grounded, jumping
Grounding out and sparking around the concrete. And I mean, it was my own pouring crew. They were just got looking down and didn't get looking up, and the pump operator bumped that line.
1980, they didn't have proportional controls. It was all
cable.
No, it didn't have proportional. It was basically everything was either a toggle switch. They had joysticks or whatever, but it was like click, 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 click.
Oh,
click.
yeah.
So if you want to say you wanted to turn left,
You got one click.
You had to sit there and hit it instead of just
just because it wouldn't function full time.
Yeah.
Either that or jerk.
Well, that's what I do.
Now you'll learn. You'll learn. I mean, that thing's probably so sensitive. You just barely move, and it'll.
Well, to me, it seems like you move, and it doesn't happen. Nothing happens. You do it a little more, nothing happens. Then you do it a little bit more, and it jumps like hell.
Yeah. Boys are hunting. I mean, one of my boys, he's hunting this morning over on the other side and duck hunting. We got 3 or 4 tanks over there. Him and his buddies come up and hunt. I can't get him to come up here and work. My other son's skiing with his family up in Colorado, but he'll help me. He's a fireman. He's a captain at fire department.
what's his name?
Huh?
What's his name?
David. Yeah, David's been farming for about 20 years. He had one son that made really good grades in college. I mean, in high school, and he went to college. He wasn't sure what he wanted to do, so he went to fire academy. And he graduated from fire academy, and he said, "Dad, I appreciate what you do for a living. I'm going back to college." And so now he's studying. He's going to be a computer. He studied computer science.
Yeah, a friend of mine is a fireman, and
Yeah.
he may know him.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine was a captain down there. I was a chief. In fact, Andy, was a captain. The head of the fire department down there for years. He retired probably 15 years ago. For 17 and 18 story building in Dallas. Take that. It said the pump kit would stay on there, and then the boom kit would come off. Put it on a standpipe and a hose. A gantry, you know, and we'd fly it up from floor to floor, going up. And it was. You could still use the hydraulics up there and everything, moving it and whatever. We were at a job one time, and everybody'd gone home, and we just finished pumping late in the evening, afternoon, late. We're downtown Dallas. Most of the time we'd pump at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you know. But anyhow, we'd poured this. I was up on top, and we flew the big old air compressor up there with the crane.
blow it out.
Put the sponge in there and trying to push that stuff down. It was spinning that standpipe for a little while, you know.
Yeah.
And my operator was down there, and his name was Benny, and Benny said, "Ralph, don't put much pressure on that; it'll start moving."
Yeah.
So I put a little pressure on it. You know, it was already 5:30 or so in the evening, afternoon. I was ready to go home, and that stuff wouldn't move. So I went like that. And
Yeah.
that thing re-loosed. And that mud shot out like a weenie. You know, about
Okay, I'll tell him.
put about 15 feet of that mud out there in that.
All right, got you a new battery. We're still on the first truck. Says he's got probably 2 yards left. They getting that one room done, and we're gonna move to the next room.
I gotta get in there first.
And I'm guessing they're gonna want to do this end and then come to this end, maybe do that porch. I don't know if he wants to do that last or first, and then just come to the middle so we can come through this door.
Hey, we had a job down on McKinney Street. It was that 17-story building. And the second floor, bull float coming across there, you know, and he pulled it across there, and he pulled it back like that, just laid it down
Like you always do.
back into that thing, hit a power line.
Oh,
on the
shit.
side. And down the street, you can see fire going between those lines all the way down the street. It knocked out two or three
Transformers?
Cleaners across the street. It knocked our equipment out. I mean, it cost us, I don't know what it cost us. We had insurance,
All right, we're still on the second truck here. We got the bedrooms done, this middle room done, and then we're in the main room here, just gonna. Fireplace here. I guess it's gonna go on outside, and this will be the opening for the fireplace. They should run a vibrator down in there good, but that's gonna get covered up anyway, I guess. I pumped the house for, well, it's Lewis, his house,
Yeah.
that he built. He had cattle all in his, he got, I don't know, probably 10, 15 acres or whatever, and he built a house on it. He built the shop there, had it up and running, and then I poured the slab, pumped the slab for him, and he had, what did I do? Oh, the safe room. He put a safe room in it. I came back and pumped the safe room or whatever. You know, the top walls and the top and everything. His cattle got in there, and just on the relatively wet cement, he got cattle prints all on his patio and everything. Of course, the cow shit all over it or whatever it was. But that didn't hurt anything. Up in the fireplace. Don't get hit with the pole. Maria.
Oh, good. I guess he just ran out.
Is that it? All that? Well, it wasn't worth it.
How much?
Go up there and make sure he's out. Honk. Honk. Cut him off.
Maybe that laser.
Alright, well, that's the job done. Pump down in the lids for the septic. Fairly smooth job, just a little bit different. Anyway, we appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for subscribing and liking our videos, and